Oh, oh, ah, ah, ah. Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Espoir Duvit, and today I want to play an absolutely adorable fan game of your boyfriend called Our Eternity. It's so cute. It's so absolutely cute. I'm not used to this much movement in my visual novels. Snack. Cute. It's so cute.
Hey guys, my name is Momo. Nice to meet you. Cute.
It's so cute. All right, stop getting distracted.
Please don't be scared. It's all a fan game based on your boyfriend. Which version of the disclaimer would you prefer?
We'll stick with the short version.
Oh, that's good. In that case, first off, it's worth clarifying this is a fan game based on the Your Boyfriend game.
Which I have played several times, including one time with my actual husband.
You can think of this game as an evolution of a picture fanfic inspired by my love for the fandom and characters of the original game.
Look at that. He's so cute. She's doing the little heart thing. Ah, it's so cute. I'm going to be heavily distracted with how cute it is.
Oh, and also, I hope all of you are of legal age. Neither the original nor my game should not be played by toddlers.
I sure do hope toddlers aren't even on YouTube.
That's the end of this brief tour. We can move on to the kinetic novella.
It's so cute. Everything's so cute. There's some ice cream in the corner. I'm going to have cavities. I'm not used to this much movement in my VNs. The warm rays of the morning sun caressed my sleeping body, as if to tell me it was time to wake up. However, no matter how gentle the awakening was, the coming day and anticipation served as lead for my fragile veins. Tomorrow is our wedding day. The thought slipped into my mind as something joyful, but also at the same time as something anxious. Tomorrow, my favorite person, Peter, and I would be married, telling the world that we belong together. I just have to get that past all the other fictional husbands who will show up to the wedding with bats. It was very important to Peter, since he kidnapped me in the original game. He wanted to throw all that trouble. It's going to be hard to not remember all the little horrible things Peter has done. Like, yeah, I love him, but you kind of killed my hot landlord. I was going to kiss that. It was very important to Peter. Sometimes it was even a great motivation for some things. For me, it wasn't a big deal. Probably because I'd never been in a relationship before him. And trying on a pretty dress is always possible without having a partner. My hand reached out to feel Peter's presence, with my eyes closed, but I was only met with warm, soft sheets. Cute.
Peter?
It's so cute. It's so cute. It's all so cute. I should have a word count of how many times I'm going to say cute. Hey, there's my hot, not dead landlord. Wait, is this an alternate dimension where everything turned out good? I opened my eyes lazily and immediately squinted against the bright sunlight. As soon as my eyes got used to it, it was obvious that Peter wasn't there. Had his insomnia returned? No wonder, though. In such an exciting period, only I can sleep like a murderer. I don't think murderers sleep very well either. After gathering my strength, my feet finally touched the hard floor. My body only lazily lifted up, parting from the soft pillows. I headed into the living room, not even taking the time to change because, well, the pajamas were already very comfortable. If he's in the kitchen, and he's making me pancakes, and we'd seen enough of each other over the years. He's so cute. I'm trying not to say cute, but I can't help it because it's gosh darn cute. Ee! Ooh! It's so cute it almost hurts. Ouch! Focus! We must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused.
Before I was even fully awake, I was immediately wrapped in a protective and loving embrace in the living room, accompanied by a kiss on the temple.
It's got little flowers in his little thing.
Good morning, dearie. Hi, honey. Good morning to you, too.
So glad to wake up in the morning and not be drugged or have to worry about the bodies of my friends.
You're out of bed so early. Are you doing well? Did the nightmares bother you?
Oh, the nightmares? You mean the nightmares of the other game? That totally doesn't exist in this world?
My voice cracked a little with uncertainty. After all, this might not be the most pleasant topic for Peter. Peter blinked his big blue eyes in puzzlement.
You could land a plane on those eyes.
But then his surprise changed to a loving look, obviously wanting to push away all my worries and doubts.
My love, don't worry. The nightmares haven't bothered me for a year now.
Oh,
but I appreciate your concern. Thank you. I'm not used to this much cuteness. I'm not used to this much movement. This is going to lull me into a false sense of security because I don't know if any shenanigans happen.
He averted his gaze, and his cheeks took on a soft, red hue. I love seeing him embarrassed, but I immediately start to worry about him. Our wedding is tomorrow, and I feel on pins and needles. Maybe I took a vacation a week before the event for nothing. Honey, you've weighed the pros and cons of this decision so many times. You shot as many as 10 product reviews in a week just so you could swamp Daniel with work ahead of time. Burnout was definitely breathing down your back by now.
Oh, poor Daniel. Oh my goodness, if Daniel's in this, he's going to be adorable and I'm not going to be able to take it.
You definitely wouldn't have done that, being confident that you could work normally now. I hugged him with my whole body and pressed my face against his chest.
Be careful, you'll break the poor little beanpole.
The most important thing is that we're together. I feel better now that you're with me. For me, personally, your vacation was a good idea.
Peter's arms gently hugged me back, although the rhythm of his heart and the tension in his body said he was still tense.
Cute!
You're peerless, you know that?
Peerless? Only because of you.
I hope you don't peerless, as in all of my peers has disappeared, Peter. Stop making that face. Stop being cute. I'm trying to forget your atrocities. How about we have breakfast together and watch TV all day lying on the couch like amoebas?
Oh. Sounds like a plan. Give me time and I'll cook something now.
Heading towards the kitchen, Peter followed me like a little duckling. Oh, it just keeps getting cuter. It just keeps getting cuter and I can't take it. Honey, we can't just eat soup. Sure we can.
No.
Forget your soup. Why do you hate soup so much?
Fluff it. Root with soup.
One root and it was one time. I didn't take much offense.
Soup from the devil.
Hey, you've never tried chicken noodle soup with seaweed in it. You just make a thing of chicken noodle soup and you drop a bunch of seaweed in it. It gets all nice and slurpy. My mouth is watering just thinking about it. Okay. You've convinced me. You can be really stubborn sometimes.
Only when it comes to your well-being, Peter.
Does this also follow the canon that Peter can't cook? Did he make the soup with the root? Did he make the root soup? Peter held back a slight chuckle, and I immediately started cooking. Opening the refrigerator, I noticed that it's already full, even though some of those groceries weren't even there yesterday. It was the same with the shelves in the kitchen. Did you go on a grocery run? Aw, are you nervous shopping?
Geez, don't tell me you stopped by the store early this morning while I was sleeping.
That's so Peter. That's something he would totally do.
Yeah, I didn't know what to do, so I decided to make you feel good.
You did. Thank you. Oh, I wish I'd wake up to a refrigerator full of stuff. I want some cheese.
I tried to say it as softly as possible, without giving away the worry. The thing is, the nearest mini-market is 2 hours away. I realize that he's already nervous, though he's trying to hide it for some reason. I see his hands nervously rubbing the edge of his tank top, clearly refraining from self-harming.
Oh, did all the scratches on his arm heal up?
You're just great. Thanks to this, we won't have to think about going out to the store after the wedding.
Going to Giants in a full-on veil and wedding dress?
We'll definitely be powerless for a week or two. I don't know if my words calmed him down, so I gently intertwined Peter's fingers with mine, trying to ward off his intrusive thoughts. I'm here for you, just like you're there for me, right?
And none of the shenanigans from the other game are going to happen.
The corners of his lips lifted slightly. His eyes were tired, even a little haggard, but also, at times like this, there was love red in his gaze.
I know, honey.
Cute.
I just can't help it. Even though I promised you that I wouldn't hurt myself again. You even threatened me that you wouldn't marry me until my scars healed. Oh, the Peter is healing. How's your therapy going, schnookums?
I shuddered, remembering that. Even now, I feel bad about what I said then, for it sounds manipulative. I'm sorry. That's the only thing I could think of to convince you to stop doing that. I've thought so many times, reworking the scenarios of that dialogue, but I never came up with anything better than that. His fingers started making soothing circles on the back of my palm, understanding red in his eyes.
Me too, actually. But I think that what we have now is already good.
Our lips touched for a moment, as if to confirm that everything was really good. Then our foreheads gently touched. Sometimes I'm surprised at how well you know me. Even your touch is soothing.
I tried.
He chuckled cutely at his words. He resembled a proud cat being praised and rewarded. Probably even trying too hard sometimes.
Oh, well, that's just Peter. He tries way too hard sometimes.
I joked, sarcastically, finally heading to the kitchen to make us a light breakfast and to grab some snacks. Since we're going to be lazy all day anyway, at least we'll be full.
Aww.
After a while after making breakfast, I see Peter fiddling around near Rat's aquarium.
My heart, it's too cute.
Just in case I didn't look at it, because there's a chance that Peter's about to
feed him some breakfast.
Are you afraid of forgetting to feed him later?
Huh? Yeah, I've been not myself lately, but I don't want to let Rat starve because of my lack of focus.
I patted the neighboring seat on the couch, then artistically display my breakfast on the table, playfully speaking. Oh, my favorite gentleman, would you deign to share your morning meal with me? To forget all your worldly cares? Peter blinked in surprise, and almost immediately... Stop! A soft rumbling rumbled out of his stomach.
I forget, can Peter canonically purr? I know he can see in the dark. You little gremlin, you.
I love it when you purr so contently.
With you by my side, I can purr all day and night.
No need. You already proved it to me last week by planting your throat.
Huh?
I do not understand this. What means this planting of the throat? I am unaware.
As if only now remembering that moment, his face flushed, and he just sat down next to me on the couch, taking his portion of food in his hands.
What means this? Explain! Peter, explain! What means this? Don't continue, please explain! What means this planting of the throat?
Let's pick which channel to turn on, shall we? It's been so long since I've watched TV. Taking the remote in my hands, I noticed with my peripheral vision that Peter only nodded, chewing his breakfast carefully. He seemed to be in his own little world.
Well, you gotta concentrate when you got teeth like that. Cute! Season of cute troughs. Oh! 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 I can control that. Cute! I'm not used to this much movement in my visual novels. Dee Dee. Is that the place I used to work? Ah! If I ever get a Peter plushie, I want one that looks like that. Cute. There's probably a bunch of references going right over my head. Ooh. What is that? Is that gum? Or are those erasers? Either way, I'm probably gonna chew on them. Cute. This is so cute. Cute. It's also cute. I'm gonna have to do a running tally of how many times I say cute in this video. I like those truffle earrings, though.
After the channel was chosen, we quietly finished our breakfast and started lying on the couch, hugging each other. Still, it was an exciting time for both of us. I didn't even notice how my eyes became increasingly heavy and I fell asleep to the sound of Peter's calm heartbeat.
Oh, okay. All right. It's just us, cozy on the couch. No shenanigans are occurring.
Maybe it was the great fatigue from the wedding preparations, or maybe it was just from feeling cherished in his arms.
Everything's happy and sweet and cute and nothing bad will ever happen.
Hearing the sound of the door opening and closing, my eyes slowly opened. My gaze settled on the darkness. The soft heaviness of the warm blanket felt on my body. But even in the darkness, I can realize that Peter is not around.
Pete's? Pete's? Didn't you just hear what I said? Nothing bad is ever gonna happen.
Did he go out on the porch? Slowly getting up and bringing my plaid with me, for it's very cold outside right now, I walked out of the house to check on Peter.
Listen here, you adorable ragamuffin. Where's the button to swipe that out of his hand? Hey, that's the other habit we're gonna break.
In the darkness of the street, my gaze immediately caught the small light of the tip of the cigarette Peter was smoking. He didn't notice me at first, clearly immersed in his own thoughts while looking at the grove ahead.
Cute. Yeah, I saw that. Don't try to hide it now, I saw that, you.
But when he saw me, he was immediately taken aback and quickly threw the cigarette to the ground, pressing it down with his foot as if I hadn't caught him.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Darling, it was a match.
Don't make me throw a pillow at your head. I'm serious about that. I'm serious about your lungs, Peter.
He rubbed his bald head nervously, but seemed to be holding back from face-palming, because he understood that lie was very useless. A heavy sigh escaped his mouth. His head drooped, and he turned away as if to hide it from me. I'm sorry, my love. I know you don't like it when I smoke. It's just at times like this that I start to worry about you. But if it's comforting, you know I won't judge.
But I will. I will judge. I'm serious about that smoking there, Peter. It's not good for you. It's not good for your lungs. It's not good for our future children. It's not good for my other 45 fictional husbands. What would Sunny Day Jack say if he saw you smoking?
Also, buy yourself better quality cigarettes at least. I can smell that you bought the cheapest ones. Our budget clearly allows us to take more expensive ones. Stop saving money on yourself, honey. Peter covered his face with his hand, blushing and giggling. Am I funny to you? Do you find me amusing? Like a clown?
That's your charm, sweetie. My charm of snatching that cigarette out of your mouth. I'm not playing around, Peter. Stop being so cute. It's so wholesome and cute.
I hummed, taking a seat beside him on the porch steps, wrapping us both in the same warm plaid.
Or is it plaid? I've never heard that word before. The English language is quite terrible. I wasn't cold.
Then I'll get warm if I hug the not frozen you. My hand made contact with Peter's icy fingers, but his cheeks turned bright red. He was clearly touched by such concern.
My soul burns with a flame of passion for you, but it doesn't always translate into physical heat. Aww.
My eyes were in utter bewilderment at the words he said, and I laughed.
Peter totally would just start saying some Shakespearean romantic nonsense, and it would work. Why do I always say this kind of romantic heresy? Romantic heresy?
Oh, don't cheat on yourself. I love your creative impulses. Laughing quietly, I gently leaned my head on his shoulder. Maybe I'm speculating. You correct me, but is there something else troubling you?
I mean, we are about to get married. Do you know how many forms we're going to have to fill out?
His shoulders shuddered, and he took a sharp breath. I don't want to pressure you, so you can just pretend you didn't hear me right now. My ears could literally feel the constant vibration from the nervous pounding of his heart. Was I right? I wished I could dispel all his worries now. But if he wasn't ready to talk about it, I'd do my best not to push him. Finally, he swallowed hard. The tremors in his hands intensified, and I tried to stay calm.
I've been anxious for a long time, ever since the playing days were over. We've been through so much together. It's a wonderful few years with you. It was like a dream. There was so much therapy.
It was a reality, Peter. I'm still around, you know.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. But after this endless restarting of the game, I find it hard to believe in our current reality. Oh no! Is he doing the Sans Undertale? And I'm even more afraid if things go back to that time.
Tears began to flow from his eyes, and his lips curled up, clearly trying to hold back that platinum of outward calm. I pressed my cheek against his cheek, wrapping my arms around his shoulders. Shh, don't hold it all in, honey. I'm right here beside you. We fool around together, laughing and crying. It's been wonderful years with you. And I want to believe that we'll have a wonderful present and future.
Aww.
He snuggled in my arms under the plaid.
The plaid. The fact that I don't know this word is ruining the moment.
As if hiding from the outside world. I could only hear his muffled sobs and feel my t-shirt getting wet around my chest. I didn't say anything, just gently stroked his back. Tears began to flow down my cheeks as well, sensing his worry.
Oh, is it our wedding day? We doing it?
After that, everything was like a blur, because our eyes were so swollen from crying that we were just fumbling our way to the bed. I was examining myself in the mirror, trying to see if the redness was still there. Hopefully the light wedding makeup will cover it up, or Lucy and TK might make a fuss out of worrying. And sure enough, as if to answer my call, there was a knock at my dressing room. Yes, come in.
Cute! And hey, they're not dead. Everyone's happy. Everything is wonderful. Everything is good.
Whereupon, TK and Lucy entered the room. God, it's like they could feel what I was thinking about them. Hey, you look stunning.
Cute.
Hey, YN, that dress really suits you.
You know, I don't know if I should pronounce that YN or your name.
Oh, thank you, friends. I'm glad you could make it, and I'm especially glad that you're not dead.
Now, where's my sexy landlord? Actually, why would your landlord come to your wedding? That would be weird, actually.
However, I didn't expect you to come into my dressing room like this. Did you want something?
The pair of friends looked at each other nervously, as if trying to get the other to say something. Lucy sighed heavily and said,
Well, we wanted to avoid a possible meeting with Peter, and grooms aren't supposed to see their brides before the wedding.
Yeah, actually, who made up that rule? That's a dumb rule. Who made up that rule? And Peter seems like the kind of love-struck fool who follows romantic traditions. I love TK's little thing right here. That's so cute.
Well, how can I put it to you? Peter's here.
What?
I mean, I haven't...
Ah! Son of a biscuit! Peter! Why the fluff is he in the closet?
Well, he was nervous and came to me. Then he got in the closet, saying it was similar in size to the closet I had in my house.
Nostalgia for persecution.
That wasn't the worst addiction. We were focusing on something else. We wanted to spend time with you, but he's staring at us so hard that lasers will emerge from his eyes.
Can he do that too?
I can fix that.
Cute. Oh no, I said it again.
There, now you can't see his scary look.
Now he looks like a cartoon ghost.
Yes, I think the veil looks good on him. My alarm clock on my phone rings, letting me know that there's not much free time left.
Come on, we've got a wedding to fumble through.
I sighed heavily and immediately flinched when I felt Peter silently but gently take my hand. Lucy and TK seemed to read the atmosphere around us and left the room, leaving us alone.
Pete's, stop glaring at my friends.
So, how long are you going to cosplay Big Casper for? Let me get it off you.
He's got the veil on his head, and it's so cute. It's so sweet. It's so wholesome. I can't take it. Place your bets on how many times I say cute in this video.
For a moment, the sight took my breath away. You know, you really are irresistible in it.
It's pretty cute, I guess.
YN. He reaches up to kiss me on the lips. My breathing quickens, and I start to reach out for him. But I blush and pull away.
Hey, we're moments to getting married. We can smooch if we want to, right?
Whoa. I feel like if we kiss now, there's no way we're walking out of this room down the aisle tonight.
Peter muttered something unhappily to himself, as if he was okay with what might happen if we kissed now.
Honey, there's literally nothing left to do. We'll go through the ceremony, chat with our friends, and then there... My cheeks flooded with blush, feeling a flutter in my chest at the presentation of our future plans.
If we have a boy, his name is Markham. If we have a girl, her name is Olivia. All right?
Peter's reaction to my words didn't take long, and his dreamy smile lit up the room.
Shall we go there together? I'm not sure I'm purely physically able to get away from you right now. Aww.
His hand gently wrapped around mine, slowly pulling me towards the exit of the room. Yeah, I could go to the ends of the earth with you.
And to the altar is enough for now. Cute!
And just like that, giggling at silly romantic nonsense, we headed to the ceremony hall. When we reached the cherished place, I felt tense. I had never realized that these beautiful marble walls and floor felt as if they were pressing with their seriousness. Or finally began to feel the gravity and seriousness of this event. My hands were sweating and my body tensed up. We finally stopped right at the altar. With my peripheral vision, I noticed Peter looking at me. However, I was afraid to look him in the eye right now. What if he thought I didn't want this?
Don't you think about that. That's the void. That's the void trying to stop you from doing something that makes you happy.
The priest was muttering something in the background, and even that made me irritated and nervous.
No, there will be no shenanigans here.
I felt Peter's finger poking at my palm. Is this some new exotic kind of caress? Although, wait, are those letters? Is Peter writing something on my palm?
Aw, how are you?
What? Oh. Being so surprised by his question, I couldn't contain my surprise. It wasn't loud, but hopefully only Peter heard it.
Aw.
He only chuckled at my confused state, and all I had to do was pout. Worried, I honestly admitted, writing it on his palm. Maybe I should have written more slowly. What if he doesn't understand? However, his response was immediate. Do you want me to steal you from here?
He wrote all that in my palm?
My eyes widened, perhaps from the side resembling two white saucers. No, we did all this because it's your dream. I answered hastily, tracing the letters clearly on his palm. His gaze was surprised at first, but quickly became tender and caring.
I long for your happiness and comfort even more.
His warm breath and affectionate whisper in my ear fueled the fire in my heart, making me want to hide and curl up somewhere.
Aww.
Mr. Priest, please speed up your monologue, or the bride is already on her last gasp for her fiancé. Light chuckles ran, echoing through the large hall, clearly relaxing the atmosphere. Peter snorted softly, and I realized that the whole situation had distracted me from the tension I had felt earlier.
Gonna try not to say the C word again.
Finally, the priest's speech came to a close, though for me, the time flew by much faster. I chatted with Peter through the palm letter all this moment. I even almost laughed out loud a couple of times, especially when he decided to try and tickle me when we were at the altar. We turned to each other for a kiss. I was surprised to see a slight blush on his cheeks. You're not getting any cuter. I giggled, placing my hands gently on his shoulders, pulling him to me.
He probably has to crane his neck down, because keep in mind that Peter is circus levels tall. I'm probably going to need a step ladder to get to him.
Our lips touched in a sworn kiss, a discreet, gentle, showing all seriousness and giving a lot of promise kiss. That's some kiss. Honestly, I don't remember much of what happened next because of the white haze of happiness that literally swallowed my mind in a sweet veil of love.
TK and Lucy are gonna have to come up to the altar with a crowbar. Like, it's all right, we're used to this. Come on, you two. We gotta cut the cake.
As if waking up from a dream, I see Lucy and TK in front of me, sighing heavily and shaking their heads at me.
No, guys, put the crowbar away this time.
Sorry, a little distracted. What were we talking about? We were talking about how you and Peter are going to be on each other's backs for a month.
Whatever could you mean by that, Lulu? Do you mean we're going to be playing lots of Mario Kart? On our backs? Somehow?
TK sighed heavily and rolled their eyes in response to Lucy's playful teasing. Oh, I didn't tell you? We plan to just go back to our cabin in the forest. We're already tired from the wedding preparations. Or were you thinking of us starting a vegetable garden?
My friends just sighed repeatedly.
Well, that's your way of thinking about your own thoughts and thinking in the clouds. When I get a chance, I'll be sure to get you a dictionary of dirty words.
Is there a physical urban dictionary? Peter won't let you come to YN with one of those, not even a kilometer away. He'll turn you into mincemeat.
Not until he learns how to shoot lasers out of his eyes. I couldn't help but giggle at them. It's moments like this that make me feel so warm at their company.
So do they know about the game? Do they know about the various endings? Do they know about the events and goings-ons and the shenanigans?
Lucy seemed to notice something behind me and grinned shyly. Is that Daniel talking to Peter right now? My eyes immediately searched for Peter to confirm Lucy's words.
Ah, Danny's so cute! And of course he would show up to Peter's wedding because he's his buddy. He's his buddy old pal. He's his rotten soldier, his sweet cheese, his good time boy.
Oh, that's right. I'm glad Peter decided to call his only friend.
They're friends?
Well, he's the only one Peter hasn't nagged. However, it's probably bad to think that, but sometimes I feel uneasy when he's around Peter. The friends looked at each other and only smirked. His red cheeks clearly indicate that Daniel is hot right now. Why don't you offer him a glass of water and you two can be friends? Is it just me, or are you kidding me now? No. How could you think that? I personally would appreciate such a sweet gesture of care. It makes sense in principle. After all, it's okay if I just walk over and offer a glass. Go on, go. I wonder how Peter will react to that.
He usually acts jealous of YN, but we're more surprised that YN fell for your words too easily. Wait, were you actually doing a trickery?
Oh, come on. Don't tell me you're not curious to see how the situation unfolds. YN definitely won't be scandalized, but I'm curious about Peter's reaction.
Oh, that's a face of someone who wants to be friends. Daniel, where'd you go? Danny! Danny, we need to be friends. We need to all be friends and play Mario Kart together. That's not a euphemism. I just really like playing Mario Kart. Danny!
I finally approached Peter and Daniel's company. However, as soon as he saw me, he immediately said goodbye to Peter and ran off somewhere. Do I look so threatening? I'm sorry, Peter. I didn't mean to interrupt your conversation. I think I saw a glint in his eyes for a brief moment, but it was Peter's mischievous smile that caught my attention more.
Don't worry. Even when you look threatening, to me, you are the most adorable. I mean, because I'm probably 2 whole feet shorter than him. Do you want to go home?
Well, isn't it a little early?
We gotta cut that cake. Where's that cake? Wifey wants cake.
When we say so, it will be.
This is our day, remember? His words could make goosebumps run through my body. The huskiness and intimacy in his voice gave him away. Then I want to go home. Aw, if no one is offended by our early departure, of course.
Did we cut the cake?
Oh, believe me, they'll be glad. Don't you think, why have I been looking at everyone angrily all this time?
Peter, come on now. You could at least pretend to be social at your own wedding. Stop mugging people with your face.
I thought out of annoyance.
Well, yeah, that's mostly why. Let me see my friends, Peter. We talked about this. Come on now.
We laughed merrily, heading to Peter's car to drive home. The slight rocking in the car, and Peter's sweet mooing at me into a dream.
Sweet mooing. Or does it mean cooing? The English language is terrible. Mooing.
When I opened my eyes, I was greeted by the familiar walls of our bedroom and Peter's affectionate gaze.
Too bad you slept through the whole thing. I carried you all the way here in my arms, like the most precious treasure in the world.
I couldn't help but blush and giggle at his words. Your words and look are enough to make my heart melt.
Cute. Everything's so fluffy and cute.
He only purred as he nuzzled his nose into my chest.
And I would love to hold you, hug you, and kiss you until you recover back.
He said it so calmly, but I could feel the notes of pride in his voice and couldn't help but smile.
We's married now.
I love you.
I love you too, honey. More than anything in the world. It's so cute. It's so sweet. I can't take it. I can't take it. I feel like having some hot chalky milk. Ah, it's so cute. I can't take it.
When do our plans ahead?
Had to end with even some more cuteness. My heart can't take it. And they lived happily ever after. And no one died. And my sexy landlord is still alive. And we had 3 children. We had Cody and Markham and Olivia. And everyone's happy. And nothing bad ever happened again. The end. That was so cute. I don't think I've ever seen a game made in that engine. I'll have to look up, how this was made. I'm not used to that much movement in my visual novels. And I'm not used to that much wholesomeness. I know this is just a fan game, but I really like it when yanderes actually get a good happy ending where their partner keeps all their limbs intact. If you enjoyed this video, I would appreciate it if you would like, subscribe, or interact in any way that is comfortable for you, as it really helps out my channel, and it brings us even closer to 100,000 subscribers and also to shiny. I like the shiny. I would like to achieve the shiny one day. But anyway, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Take care of yourself, have a great night, and remember, there is always hope.